First weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's Wilson to throw right away.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
This defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
On the move past the 40.
And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Lance.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Wilson.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brady, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Mitchell.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's got room.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Hey, zero.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
On the set.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Faster, faster. Ready?
Once again, it's Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring out the 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. The kick by McManus is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. We'll break through on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Man, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
And Lance now to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go. Hey, check Ready.
Once more with Mitchell.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are once again back in front.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run over center with Mitchell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Lance. It's caught. Mitchell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Gold is good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Up the middle they go. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bet?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 31. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Ready, right. Stop, 17.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On the set.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, As he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Right, 97. Ready, go.
So the false start will back them up 5.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Being chased out left.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Gold is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They'll get 34 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12.
Lance going to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 2nd and 13,
Lance.
And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Let's go.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Davis Price up the middle.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mitchell. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Are you ready? Go. 17.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Ready.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Wilson to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Okay, right.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Set.
Up the middle they go. Mitchell, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down.
So where did that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.